Hi everybody, this is Felicia. I am here with a paper from the Pink Fresh Studios Life Noted collection, and I couldn't resist scrapping this paper because I had such a great idea. I came straight from work and I decided, you know what, I have to do this really quickly here. So it's going to be fairly quick. Because I did this paper right here, you really don't need a whole lot of embellishments. I mean, the way the big word at the top is life is just worked out perfect. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting some strips here from the Scraptastic paper there, the exclusive Scraptastic paper. And I'm taking a little bit of the color from there and I'm putting it on this partial grid part here at the bottom, underneath the word life and underneath my photos because it needed a little something something. I'm not particularly done with the bottom yet. You'll see later on in the video, but what I end up doing is I end up pretty much embellishing very little and just documenting just a little bit as well because the photos tell its own story in that order, as a matter of fact. So what happened is I wasn't drinking coffee for a while. I had gotten off the coffee bandwagon, and what I decided to do was go ahead and concentrate on getting my running back up to par and everything like that, because I've ran some small marathons and a large marathon, so I decided to go ahead and do that. And what I have is a Fitbit. And so I've had this Fitbit since December. I got it on a Black Friday deal, which is really cool because it was like $99. And I have the Fitbit HR, Charge HR. And I only got it for $99 plus tax. And so what I decided to do was go ahead and see how this thing worked. So that very first photo that you see is kind of highlighted with a dark kind of goldish yellow, which was perfect for this layout, is me at the top. Because what you can do is you can issue each other challenges. Well, you can issue anybody challenges. You can make friends with anybody on the Fitbit as long as you go ahead and sign in and everything like that. But I have people that I know, and so these people are on my challenges, and so we all have Fitbits. And so what I decided to do was, for the first time, was enter the challenge, and it's called the Work Week Hustle. I don't know if anybody who has a Fitbit knows what I'm talking about, but it's called the Work Week Hustle, where you're supposed to get the most steps in a week's time. Well, I'm like all excited and everything, and like I said, I'm trying to get my running back up to par, and so I decided to go ahead and do that, which resulted in me getting the second picture, a new pair of running shoes, which resulted in me going back to drinking coffee because when I wake up in the mornings, I feel like someone ran me over with a truck. So I stepped up to the plate and I decided to take the challenge. So in that order, I took the challenge. I had to get new running shoes, which were seriously expensive, and I went back to drinking coffee. Unfortunately, I did not go back to drinking Starbucks coffee. I actually found Peet's coffee, which seems to be a lot stronger and tastes better. To be honest with you, I was really shocked and surprised, especially as many years as I've been drinking coffee. So here I am using those yellow puffy stickers at the top here for the word busy because I'm putting emphasis on it. And my title is going to be My Seriously Busy, and then the big word behind it, life. I don't have any small children at home. So I'm trying to figure out, why am I so busy? And I ordered my new Erin Condren planner this month, which is June. And I am going to definitely sit down and kind of really evaluate that thing. That's what I decided to do. I decided to do that. Sorry for the pause there. Had to stop the recording. But anyway, um, so the thing is, though, if you look at the very first photo there, I got 96,000 steps, over 96,000 steps in a 5-day period of time. Now, I set my walking goal for 10,000 K per day, 10,000 steps per day. Well, if you do the math, there were some days when I did way more than the 10K. So I was thinking to myself, what in the world? I almost doubled that, you know, my 10K goal. So I was exhausted and I was wondering why my tennis shoes went on the blitz. Running shoes, if anybody is a runner out there, you know you have to buy running shoes when they get so many miles on them. Well, my running shoes had about oh, close to 600 miles. And I do keep track when I do run because I have a log that I keep track on. Because I don't like my last time well, very first time I started running, which was over 10 years ago, I didn't do that, and I almost ended up with some seriously injured feet after a while because I didn't change my tennis shoes out. But now I learned my lesson. So I've changed out my tennis shoes that after this week's challenge, and the next following week I did 94,000 steps. So it's a good thing I did change out my tennis shoes because I was able to run a little small 5K, which I'm going to do a layout of that too soon here. And I just couldn't, I don't know. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of steps. And so, needless to say, I won the work week hustle 2 weeks in a row. And I decided that, you know what? I don't think anybody's going to challenge me anymore. And they didn't. Nobody sent me a challenge for the work week hustle, and I'm kind of a little bummed out because I really enjoyed it. Anyway, so enough of that. All this stuff that I'm using here on my kit is from my Scraptastic Cherry Pie kit, and I decided to go ahead and bust into that kit because of the colors. The colors are so vibrant. And I already received my other kit, which was Cake by the Ocean. I just haven't used that one yet, but I decided to go ahead and get this one done and use up the pieces. So I got a couple more layouts coming using this kit. And everything that you see here on this layout is from the kit itself. I do not go into my stash for anything for this particular layout. So I'm going to be using that coffee stamp, and that coffee stamp well, not coffee stamp, but that stamp set came from the Scraptastic, but it's not with that kit. That is from the Eloise kit because I got it because of the sayings, the little house, the typewriter, and the coffee cup, and so that's why I got that one. I'm going to be stamping the coffee cup here with using my VersaFine ink here at the bottom. So that is pretty much what's been happening with my life between work, doing my process videos, and going back to exercise full-fledged. I'm extremely happy, and I've lost some weight there, which I'm really surprised, especially with what I've been eating. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy that, and take care. Bye-bye.